Of the last 10 transactions that I've closed, 9 of them have been in the new construction niche. And I can safely say that not only have I made more money with those new build construction contracts, but I've also worked far less. So if you're a real estate agent that has avoided selling new construction for whatever reason, now is the time to get back in. Which is why in this video, I'm gonna give you all of the reasons to sell new construction over resale. Now, if we're just meeting, my name is Jaime Resendiz. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I help real estate agents grow their business. Starting at number 8, there is a huge marketing advantage. Listen, as you can imagine, new construction just shows incredibly well. You have a brand new product with everything brand new appliances, and everything looks incredible. And not only do you have a product that looks incredibly well, you also have a partner in the form of builders that are gonna allow you to market that product for them. You have insanely easy access to communities, to builders, to floor plans, to everything. And this is a huge advantage for you because now you don't have to ask all of the listing agents that have all this inventory for permission to market that property. Number 7, there's fewer conflicts after you contract. You're not gonna need to worry about an option period any longer and battling for those repairs. Why? Well, because with new construction, there's no option period. But beyond that, you are able to do a third-party inspection. In fact, you should encourage your buyers to get a third-party inspection, which you're able to turn that inspection report right over to the builder, and they're gonna address about 85% of the items that come up, which is radically different than a resale where you're battling just to get 3 repairs done. For the most part, you're not gonna worry too much about if the property is going to appraise, because for the most part, you're working with an in-house lender or a preferred lender that is, for the most part, making sure the transaction is getting to the closing table. That's why the builder has contracted with them. So while you might run into some conflicts, mostly around when the home is going to be ready, there's not going to be a ton of other surprises that come up. The 6th reason that you as a real estate agent should be selling new construction over resales is because there's less competition here. Listen, many agents avoid new construction because they don't understand the process. They're leaving a huge market share unaccounted for. And I hate to say it this way, but if you learn just the basics, and I mean just the absolutely superficial basics of new construction, you're gonna absolutely crush it. Because here again, it's absolutely wide open. Number 5, there's less emotions. New builds are priced pretty systematically without a ton of emotional baggage. When it comes to builders, they want their home sold. And if your client presents a reasonable offer that meets the margins that the builder wants to make on that build, they're gonna sell it to you. These types of transactions are gonna feel a little bit more business to business, almost like in the commercial space, which pretty much leads us straight into number 4, and that's that there's inventory available. Most builders, at least speculation builders and semi-custom builders, are putting out inventory constantly. So your clients have choices. If they don't like this particular floor plan in this particular lot, we'll simply go over here to this other lot and get the exact same floor plan, which of course is something that you absolutely cannot do with resales. With resales, the home that you love is the home that you love, and that's the only one. With new builds, you have a ton of options. Now, not only that, think about the inventory shortage that was happening in 2022. If you're in the industry then, just remember how many other offers you were competing against in a particular home. So even if you had a perfect buyer, you had to get so lucky at that point. It was about luck. You had to get so lucky to get your offer accepted. Now, the 3rd reason to focus on new construction as a real estate agent is because there's actually less work to be done. What I said at the intro is absolutely true. Not only did I close a significant amount of volume in a short amount of time, but I actually worked far less. I didn't have to go show a ton of homes. In fact, I actually had the builder sales rep go and show the homes on my behalf. I didn't have to go back and forth negotiating contracts because for the most part, we just determined a price, we made that offer, and the builder rep was the one that drafted up the contract. They were the ones that handled all of the contracts, all of the disclosures, everything. And you as a real estate agent are able to do the same. You're gonna spend far less amount of time managing transactions. Now, I'm not saying you're not doing anything, because you do have to advocate for your client and you do want to advise them to do a third-party inspection as an example. Let them know what their rights are at that final walkthrough. You do want to advocate for your clients, but for the most part, all this admin stuff, all this back and forth stuff, That doesn't exist for you. And the second reason that you as an agent will want to focus on new construction is because you're gonna make more money. On average, you're gonna make a higher commission working new builds, especially if you sell multiple homes from the same builder, because they have incentive plans for you as an agent. So when you sell your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth home with that same builder, they keep bonusing you. Now don't mishear me, that's not the only way to get bonus. There's actually promos all of the time. Oftentimes builders are gonna bonus the homes that are just about ready to go or are already finished and they just need a buyer. So there, it doesn't matter if you ever sold a Highland, a DR Horton, a Lennar, a trophy home, a Meritage home, it won't matter at that point. As long as you're able to bring a buyer that closes within the period that they're running the promo on, you're getting that commission. And the top reason that you as an agent will want to focus on new builds is actually the reason that's driving the entire market. And that's because builders are incentivizing buyers to buy. Yes, in the time of high interest rates, new build construction is driving the market. So many of your buyers that are on the sideline that were wanting to buy a home, but they got priced out because of the higher interest rates or just are not willing to pay that high interest rate. Well, if you bring them to new construction, you can get interest rates in the 3% and the 4%, as opposed to the 6 or 7% that you get out in the market right now. Builders right now are slashing their real estate prices, so it makes it more appealing to buyers. They are paying for closing costs for many of their buyers. They're buying down the interest rate and are helping out with certain upgrades. So your buyer is walking into an incredible deal when they buy new construction right now. Now, why did I put this at number one? Well, think of the alternative. Not as many homes are gonna sell. You're not gonna have as many transactions in the moment that you need more transactions. But now I'm curious, have you ever sold a new construction home? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you wanna see another video that's gonna help you grow your real estate business, check out this video right here.